Bismillah. Everyone, kids. You see, that's way too many people talking. You guys know what to do. Just separate from the person you like to talk. You good over there? I don't think you're good next to Mustafa. Mustafa, you're good? Hassan, right here. You're no good over there. We need to move you like on this side. Abdul Muiz, you're good? All right, Afnan and all of the kids on this side. Hashir, what's going on? All right, who likes to talk in the middle of the lecture? Raise your hand. Raise your hand right now. I give free passes to kids. Like, if you want to talk and if you want to cause trouble, I say, very good, just go in the back. If you'll be sitting here, okay, Musab, you can go in the, okay. I know Musab. Musab. Move in the back then, go ahead. It's the same applies to anyone. In the back somewhere, does not. Omer, you're good? All right, you two? Okay, stand up. Stand up. Right over there, that side. You can keep sitting over there, yeah. You're good? Yes, you. Okay. On this side, all of the kids, Afnan, you're good? Okay, don't talk. Musa. I mean Hamza. Stand up. Move in the front, Hamza, right here. All right, now that is settled, let's begin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyid al-Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen, wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen, amma ba'd. What's the month, Islamic month? Yes. January is not Islamic month. Yes. Rajab, very good, Rajab. So one of the significant events that the scholars tell us happened in the month of Rajab was the incident of Mi'raj, the night journey and the ascension. Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, that happened according to many scholars on the 27th of Rajab. So inshallah, this week and the next week, we will discuss a few things about that event. How many kids here have heard about Mi'raj journey? Raise your hand if you have ever heard the Mi'raj journey. I don't care if you know the details, it's just that have you ever heard this term before, the Isra wal Mi'raj, the night journey and the ascension? Very good, a lot of you have. Muiz, have you not? Have you heard of Mi'raj before? You have never heard of Mi'raj before? Abdul Muiz? Maybe before, like, okay, that's fine. Everyone, I need you guys to listen very carefully because I will be asking questions. Especially, we're going to go through a lot of details that is very important for kids, especially your age, to know about our history. First thing is, why exactly did Mi'raj happen? Mi'raj, what we're talking about is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He took our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca. First, He took him to many different places. Then He took him to Palestine. Then He took him to the heavens. He raised him up to the heavens. First heaven, second sky, third sky, fourth sky, seventh sky, then beyond seventh sky, where no creation of Allah has ever set foot before our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. Now, this is a great gift, the greatest gift, I would say, other than the Quran that was given to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why exactly did this journey happen? There were a number of reasons. I will give one reason first and foremost. Number one reason is that because of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he suffered many losses. The losses of people that were closest to him, and also that his work, da'wah, people were not accepting Islam. So he was worried about that he's going different towns, he's going door to door, and he is inviting people to Islam, but all they're doing is making fun of him. All they're doing is harming the Muslims, and they're not listening to him. And on top of that, there were two people in his life that helped him the most from a very early age. Two people, they were his wife and his uncle. His wife and his uncle. Remember, I will ask you, who were the two people that helped Prophet ﷺ the most? His wife and his uncle. Who here knows which wife and which uncle I'm talking about? Raise your hand. I will give you a hint. That was his first wife, and that was the father of Ali radiallahu anh. At this point, everyone should know. At least most of you should know. Hamza, go ahead. The wife? Khadija radiallahu anha. Khadija, very good. And the uncle? Abu Bakr is not the uncle. No. Umar. Abu Talib, very good. So Khadija, his wife radiallahu anha, and his uncle Abu Talib, the father of Ali radiallahu anh, these were the two people that gave up everything to help Islam and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the same two people died within the span of a month, the same year. Abu Talib passed away, Khadija passed away, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was such a great tragedy for him. And also the incident of Taif happened around the same time. Do we know Taif? Taif was another major city close to Mecca. And Prophet ﷺ said, people of Mecca, they're not listening to me anymore. And I invite them to Islam, they don't listen. They make fun of me. Maybe I should try the people of Taif. Maybe that city will accept Islam. And Prophet ﷺ went over there along with Zayd radiallahu anh. But what happened at Taif? Did they accept Islam, the people of Taif? No. Can anyone tell me what they did to Prophet ﷺ, the people of Taif? The leaders of Taif, what did they do to Prophet ﷺ when he invited them to Islam? Hassan, go ahead. Yes. What they did was, they had these young men run after Prophet ﷺ and stoning him all the way till he left the city. And Prophet ﷺ, his entire body was full of wounds, and his shoes got filled with his own blood. This is how he returned to Mecca. You could imagine what is going on with him. The people, why do they not listen? And on top of that, two people closest to him, his wife and uncle, passed away. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to console him, to comfort him, to reassure him, He has him go over this journey, a miraculous journey of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. It has two parts, Isra part and Mi'raj part. Isra means the night journey, meaning the journey that he took on this earth, and Mi'raj means ascension, meaning the journey of the heavens. So we have the journey of the earth and the journey of the heavens. Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. Now, the journey of earth, how it happened was, Prophet ﷺ, he is in Mecca currently. This is the 10th year of prophethood. So here's a question. If this is 10th year of prophethood, meaning he has been a prophet for 10 years now, how old is Prophet ﷺ? Yeah, so said. Right, say that again. Say that again. 53? When did he become a prophet? When he announced that I'm a prophet? At what age? Akif. I can't hear you. He's 50 years old. Very good. Because he was 40, right? 10 years later, it's 50. So this is a detail. 40 years of age, first ayats of Quran came down. And 10 years have passed. He's around 50 now. And he's still in Mecca because we know it will be the 13th year when he will make the migration to Medina, 3 years later. But now he's still in Makkah al-Mukarramah. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is in the house of Hani. That's also important detail. Hani, which is the sister of Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an. And then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is told that you are about to go to this journey. So he immediately goes to Kaaba. And then he stands at a very special place of Kaaba called Hatim. Anyone here has heard of Hatim? Yes. Yes, you. Have you heard Hatim before? Do you know what that is? Hassan, do you know what Hatim is? Very good, very good. So that was actually part of the Kaaba. But when they were rebuilding the Kaaba, they didn't have enough halal funds to rebuild the entire building. So what they did is you have the black Kaaba, the cubic structure, and then you have a little circular, semicircular place around it. That's called Hatim. That's also part of the Kaaba. It's just that they didn't have enough money to build it like they did the rest of the Kaaba. That's called Hatim. So Prophet ﷺ stood in Hatim and he offered 2 rakats to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now before he would go on to this journey, another miraculous event occurred. And by the way, this is the 3rd time this event took place. And that is Jibreel alayhi salam comes, that I'm about to take you to this journey. But before you go, one thing I need to do. He cuts open his chest, he takes out his heart, and then he washes it with the water of Jannah. Some say it was Zamzam. And on top of the water of Jannah, another water, he washes it clean. And then he places his back in the chest of Prophet ﷺ, and then the wound is sealed up again. This has happened the 3rd time. So that means the same event has happened 2 times before. Can anyone tell me when was the first time this miracle happened, that his chest was cut open, his heart was taken out and washed with the water of Jannah? Sheikh Yafi, go ahead. Back when he was a kid. Very good. Do you know where he was at the time when he was a kid? Like exactly where? Umer? Very good, very good. Halima Sa'adiyya radiyallahu anha. We know Halima Sa'adiyya was his second mother, like a second mother to him, because she gave milk to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he was in Banu Sa'ad. Banu Sa'ad is the tribe of Halima Sa'adiyya radiyallahu anha. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a kid, and he's playing with his brothers and sisters in a jungle. And that is when Jibreel alayhi salam comes, and he basically cuts open his chest, and his heart is cleansed. Second time, when did this happen? The second time, anyone here knows? First one was easier. The second one is a bit more difficult. I think not many people will be able to tell. When was the second time his heart was cut open? Okay, I will tell you. Just remember, I will ask you this. Sheikh Ibrahim, is that your hand I see? Where exactly was that? Cave of what? Very good. In the cave of Hira. Very good. The cave of Hira, when he received the first revelation, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق. That was before giving the revelation, that was the time Jibreel alayhi salam cut open his chest and his heart was washed clean. The 3rd time, this is the time. He is in Mecca. He's getting ready for this miraculous journey, and so his body is being prepared for it. And then Buraq is brought forward. Have you heard of Buraq before? That was the special animal that Prophet ﷺ, he mounted that special animal. Very quick travel, yes, not just quick. Blink of an eye, very good. It travels such a long distance that people back then could not even imagine. Speed of light, who knows, maybe around that maybe. So Buraq is there. But before Prophet ﷺ would actually arrive in Palestine, in Masjid al-Aqsa, he stopped in many different places. And every single place he stopped at, he offered 2 rakats of prayer. The first place was Hatim itself, in the Kaaba. First place where he offered 2 rakat before he went on this journey was the Kaaba itself. He offered 2 rakat over there. Once that was done, Jibreel alayhi salatu wassalam, he requested that mount this Buraq. And then they went. You know what the second stop was? The second stop was Medina. Prophet ﷺ at that point, he did not know that he would be very soon migrating to this new city, Madinatul Munawwara, Tayyibah. But Jibreel alayhi salam told him at that point, he said that you will soon migrate here. Allah has chosen this land for you. So Rasulullah ﷺ offered 2 rak'at of prayer over there. The third stop was at Mount Sinai, Tur Sina. In the Quran, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says? وَالتِّينِ وَالزَّيْتُونِ وَطُورِ سِينِينَ. That Sinin is the Mount Sinai, Mount Sinai. And what do we know about this Mount Sinai? Who can tell me what happened? What's so special about this mountain? Yes? Adhan? No? Okay. Who can tell me what is so special about Mount Sinai, which right now is in Egypt? Mahir, go ahead. Very good. Musa alayhi salam became a prophet over there. The first time he talked and spoke with Allah was on Mount Sinai. That was Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, the first time he spoke with Allah. And actually, his grave, although it is in Palestine as well, and Prophet ﷺ told us, during this journey, I saw the grave of Musa alayhi salam, and then I looked inside that grave, I saw Musa alayhi salam praying to Allah inside his grave. What was our aqidah? That prophets are what in their graves? Prophets are alive in their graves. Very good. The prophets of Allah, all of them from Adam alayhi salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam are all alive in their. So hadith in Bukhari that I saw Musa alayhi salam وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ يُصَلِّي فِي قَبْرِهِ, and he is standing praying to Allah in his grave. This was the third stop. The fourth stop happened in another special place, and that place is called Baytul Lahmin. It means the house of meat, or meat house. Bayt Laham. Who can tell me what's so special about this place? Why did he make a stop over there and offered 2 rak'ats of prayer? Is there anyone who can tell me? I see 3 hands. Okay, let's, Azhan, go ahead. No, not Ibrahim alayhi salam. No. Usaid, go ahead. No. That is the name of the city. It has nothing to do with the meat. It's just the name, Bayt Laham. Okay, so I will tell you. Okay, Ibrahim, go ahead. No. So Bayt Laham is a special place. That was where Isa alayhi salatu wasalam was brought when he was a baby. He was born. He was born like outside, but he was an infant. That was here. That was where his people lived. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, his birth was in that area. It's called Bethlehem now, in English, Bethlehem, which is very close to Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine. So Isa alayhi salatu wasalam was born, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam offered 2 rak'ahs of prayer over there. And then the final stop on this journey, the final earthly stop, was at Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine. That Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he stopped over there and offered 2 rakat. Now, before we go any further, one thing I would like to add, that authentic hadith tells us another important event, that while Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is making these stops, suddenly when he is close to Sinai, which is in Egypt, he suddenly stops and he looks in one direction and he says, Jibreel, what is this beautiful fragrance that I'm smelling coming from that area? This fragrance, this smell, it is so pleasant, so good. He's saying that I've never smelled something this beautiful before. So Jibreel alayhi salam tells him a story that where exactly is this scent coming from? The scent was coming from a grave, an unmarked grave. Okay, you four. Yafi, Ibrahim, what's your name? Yusuf. What's going on with you four? Yusuf, I thought I told you to sit like over here. You know why I told you that? Because I knew what's going to happen. Yes, right here. Okay, so this fragrance is coming from this unmarked grave. Jibril alayhi salam tells him of this story. The story was that during the time of Fir'aun, he had a hairdresser, a servant to his daughter. The job of this servant was to basically make hair for the daughter of Fir'aun. So one day, as she has a comb in her hand and she's basically dressing the hair for the daughter of Fir'aun, suddenly the comb drops from her hand. And she says, Bismillah. And then she picks it up. Now the daughter, Bismillah means what? By the name of Allah, in the name of Allah. Very good. So the daughter turns to her and says, what do you mean in the name of Allah? Do you mean in the name of my father Fir'aun? Why? Because what was the claim of Fir'aun? What did Fir'aun claim? He claimed to be a god. So she said to her that, why are you saying Allah? Your God is Fir'aun. Alayadu billah. So this woman said, no, my God and your father's God is Allah. Your father is not God. So she goes, she runs to her father and says, oh my father, this hairdresser, this servant, he's saying such things. Looks like he has believed in Musa alayhi salam. So Fir'aun calls her and he says, accept this, that reject the religion of Musa alayhi salam and worship me. She said, no, I will never worship you. In the end, what he does is there's a huge pot, cooking pot, and then he puts oil in it. He burns it, and now it's the boiling oil inside. And then he says to her, one last chance. If you don't listen to me, I will burn you and your family alive. She said, I don't care. So what happens is that first he throws her child inside that burning oil, the first child, the second child, until she had an infant, a very young child. Prophet ﷺ said that as that child is about to be thrown inside, this woman, she hesitates. And by the way, this is kind of like the same story as the people of the trench. Same exact thing happened over there as well. That this child is an infant, and as he's being thrown inside, the woman hesitates. The child speaks up, oh, my mother, have patience. Don't worry. And upon that, all of them are killed. And they are buried in the same spot. But Prophet ﷺ, thousands of years later, he is still smelling this fragrance coming from their graves. Imagine how Allah honored them. Imagine how Allah gave them such a station and ranks in Jannah that we cannot even imagine because of their sacrifice. But Prophet ﷺ, he finally arrives now in Palestine, in Masjid al-Aqsa, and he offers 2 rakat. And once he was done with the 2 rakats, he turns back and the masjid is filled to the brim. Masjid is filled by who? Who can tell me? Who are those people that filled the masjid as Prophet ﷺ finished his prayer? Yes, Zakaria. All of the prophets ﷺ. From Adam ﷺ to Isa ﷺ. Every single prophet is present and they're waiting to pray. And Prophet ﷺ led them in prayer. And that is how he got the title. And Prophet ﷺ has a title called Imamul Anbiya. You know what that means? That means Imam of the prophets. Who is the Imam? The one who is leading in prayer, yes? So Prophet ﷺ, he led every single other prophet in prayer. He became Imamul Anbiya, the leader of all of the prophets ﷺ. And that is where he met all of them. He met Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, Dawood alayhi salam, Zakaria alayhi salam, Yahya alayhi, all of them he met over there. Now here's a question, and we will conclude for this week. And that is, why exactly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Masjid al-Aqsa as the destination from where he will go up to the heavens? It could have been any place on earth that Allah could have chosen, that this is the portal to the outer heavens, that from this place you will leave this world. But he chose Masjid al-Aqsa to be the exit point of this dunya. That is from where Prophet ﷺ would ascend to the heavens. There are a number of reasons. The number one reason is Before Masjidul Haram, before Baytullah in Mecca, what was the Kaaba of the Muslims? Who can tell me what was the first Kaaba of the Muslims? Yes. Very good. Masjid al-Aqsa. And even after migration, for the 16 or so months, Prophet ﷺ prayed towards Masjid al-Aqsa. That was the first Kaaba, the Qibla. That was the reason that he started his journey from Baytullah, the house of Allah, and then he ended his earthly journey at the other Qibla, which is Masjid al-Aqsa. Another important thing is that that place is called the land of the prophets, because so many prophets were born and they passed away in that land. And so many prophets, their grave is inside Palestine and the area of Sham in general. When I say Sham, the area of Sham, I don't only mean Palestine. I mean a greater area. Who can tell me how many countries are in Sham? When I say Sham, how many countries in our time would fall under Sham? Yes. 4. Go ahead, name them. Can you name them? Palestine is one. Very good. Iraq is not another. No, Iraq is not there. Yes, Hamza? What did you say? Israel. Israel is, there's no country like it's Palestine. Yes, Mahir. Jordan and Syria, very good. So Jordan and Syria, they're both included. What other country are we missing? We have Syria, we have Jordan, we have Palestine. What's the fourth one? That's to the north of Palestine. You have to raise your hand. Sheikh Umer. Very good, Lebanon. These are the countries that are in Sham, and that is the blessed land. And that is the land of the prophets, alayhi salatu wassalam. And the third important reason why that specific place was chosen, and we will conclude here, is because so many great events will take place close to the Day of Judgment. Dajjal, he will appear in the same area. Imam Mahdi, radiyallahu anh, he would lead Muslims from that exact area. Isa alayhi salam would descend in that exact same area. And the final battle between the Muslims and the Kafirin and the non-Muslims will take place in that area. The Malhamatul Kubra, the final great battle, will take place in that area. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose that area as the final spot, final point from where Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would ascend to the heavens. Now, we will stop here, but I will quickly ask a few questions I expect most of you to know. Who were the two people closest to him that passed away in the same year? Okay, very good. Sheikh Osman. Just Khadija radiallahu anha and Abu Talib. Very good. The two people. His wife and his uncle. Very good. What was the year Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj happened? How many years after his prophethood? Yes. Very good. 10. How old was he? Very good. 50 years of age. Very good. So, here's a question. What event happened while he is inside the Kaaba and Jibreel alayhi salam comes? What does Jibreel alayhi salam do to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What does he do to him? Yes, you. Very good. And how many times his chest has been opened? Yes, you. 3 times. When was the first time? Zakaria. When he was a child. And he was in the house of who? Oh, there you got you over there. Halima Sa'adiyah, his foster mother. Very good. When was the second time it happened? Abdul Mu'izz. When he was a prophet? Where? What location, name? Cave of Hira. Very good. And this is the third time. Very good. He offered first 2 rakat in Hatim in Kaaba. What was his second stop where he offered 2 rakat of prayer? His second stop. Come on. Sheikh Mustafa. Mount Sinai? Nope. If his first stop was Makkah, that's where he began. What was his second? Hashim. If you do that, I'm not going to pick you. Yes, you. I already talked Makkah. Usaid. Medina, very good. Where was his third stop? Yes. Yes, you. Mount Sinai, very good. The fourth stop. Hashir. Huh? Masjid al-Aqsa was not the fourth. Wait. Yes. Wait. I've already asked you. That's someone else. Yes, you. Did you say China? What did you say? Mount Sinai? No, Mount Sinai we talked about. No. Shh. Everyone calm down. No China. Umer. Bethlehem. Very good. And his last stop, where was it? Everyone should know. Last stop. Yes, Hamza. Masjid al-Aqsa. Very good. And who was there with him in Masjid al-Aqsa? Yes. Inside Masjid al-Aqsa, he was not alone. Who was there with him? Okay. You. Yes, you. Yes. All of the prophets. Very good. Very good. Everyone say, shh, everyone, calm down. And nobody is allowed to leave yet. No. Everyone repeat after me. Subhana Rabbika. Don't leave. We're gonna have to. So if you don't leave, we're gonna be sitting here for next hour. Say before. Subhana Rabbika. Rabbil Izzati. Amma Yasifun. وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. The cage is open.